ready for a show. Go on the road. It's the last 100 of this album that I put out a few years back. This is the last box of those. And I got my production over here. Got my Reyes sample. Cases. Got the CD in. Got the cover in. We good. So we just got here at like 6 in the morning. We had an 18-hour drive, and now we are on our way to the Congreso to register and get information out about the Puerto Rican political prisoners and about the moratorium on the deportations of undocumented immigrants in this country. So hopefully things will go well. Just got to the hotel, checking in, getting our registration. And then we're going to get to work stuffing about, 1,000 packets with information on the moratorium on deportations and the Puerto Rican political prisoner Oscar Lopez Rivera. 3,000 of anything is always a box. So 3,000 petitions, brochures, and I don't even know how many thousands of resolutions are in that box. There's a lot. So we get to go stuff them. So we are at the second evening of the Congreso, and we're setting up now after all the resolutions went through. Resolution for the political prisoners went through. Support the moratorium that went through. And now we're setting up for a poetry night, and I'm gonna get some shirts, keep pushing them, sell some CDs, and hopefully do some networking and meet some other folks. So, we're on our way.
Welcome, Michael Reyes.
Let me tell you a story of a people long ago that has been passed from their ancestors and those and so on, and the echo of a history I managed to blow through. Hit my ear, opened my eyes, made my mouth speak and my nostrils flare, made me breathe so I could share with you tonight on this holy land that the Illinois, the Arawak, the Algonquin, the Blackfoot, the Cree, the Fox, the Apache, the Cherokee, the Potawatomi, the Navajo, the Hopi, the Shawnee, the Olmec, the Toltec, the Maya, the Zapotec, the Mexica, we the Aztecs, all the peoples of Mexico. We the Mexicans were born, conceived by the earth, rain, wind, fire of our origins. Long before Columbus, Hernando Cortez, before Spanish swords and landowners, before rape, plunder, before religious persecution, before robbery, before castration of our cultures and our histories, long before tears of blood that rained down like a Spanish cross, I meant sword or cross. I often get them confused, just as the Spanish did. Long before young children were breaking them open from the inside, long before the desecration of a people. Before genocide, before genocide, a land that we, the Olmec, the Maya, the Zapotec, the Toltec, the Mexica, we, the Aztecs, we, the Mexicans were born, whispered in the echoes of time. Long before Spanish rule, tax and slavery, before murdered Africans thrown into the deep dark sea, before those that escaped to maroon communities of resistance, long before stolen gold, stolen land, people and labor, before he got those bells ringing for independence, long before California, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, Utah, Nevada were stolen, long before the border was created and then was moved, before Zapata, Pancho Villa, and even Madero, long before the border was created and was nothing more than a line blown away made of sand. Long before ancient railroads cut across communal lands, before industrialization, before European nations bought, stole native soil, before peasant farmer strikes, before national revolutions, before gun in hand. Nothing before gun in hand, before bracero and day laborers, before mop, clean, clip, trim, cut, sweep, paint, wash, before go home, pick tomatoes, go home, pick cucumbers, go home, pick strawberries and oranges and grapes and squash, go home, pick, which child will go with you and which will stay, which will eat and which will go hungry, go home, pick who your babies will stay with and what way to come back. Long before 4 families in a one-room studio apartment, extra compact version. Long before streets paved with gold, with American climates that are cold. Long before they were taking American jobs. Before Dolores Huerta, Julio Lozano, Emma Lozano. Before Elvira Arellano. Before the Brown Berets and Chicano movement. Before school walkouts and farmer strikes. Before Si Se Puede. Before Chicano power and Viva la Raza. Before you got papers, What papers? What do I need papers for? You need papers to get the papers, of course. Of course, what was I thinking? I have no papers, so to get those papers that I don't have, I need to get those papers first. Yes, exactly. Before undocumented, you can't get on this list for life-saving surgery. Before immigrant, am I granted the right to live free in this my land, it is our land, am I granted freedom, justice, and equality? Before alien from the planet Mexico, before illegal alien, before illegal is a lie, and there is no such thing as an illegal human being because we are born on this earth, and this is our resting place. Before all of this, in the echo of a whisper, echo of our history managed to blow through, Aslan, Teotihuacan, Palenque, Tecal, Tula. You see, before all of this, our origins, our birthplace, managed to slip through in the collective memory of a whisper. Tenochtitlan slipped through in the collective memory of our souls, its gardens, enormous marketplaces, its running fountains, its great ball courts, its spectacular temples, all managed to whisper to us now and then. Tonantzin got us to the pagan natives, transformed into the virgin saint. Our people pray to her now and then, Dia de los Muertos. Altars to our loved ones passed into the afterworld, the Popol Vuh and its epic tales, the great temples of the sun and moon of Teotihuacan, the magnificent Olmec heads carved into stone to look at it for eternity, ancient African rhythms and movements all slip through in the echo of a whisper, blown away in the winds of our collective memory. Now I know you are asking, I thought this was titled The Mexican's Revenge, and what kind of revenge is the echo of a whisper, but the story's not finished and it's just begun. You see, they thought it was over when they stole 51% of Mexico. They thought it was over. They did not realize that in Mexico there existed Mexicans. And they overlooked that small fact. They did not realize that in Mexico there existed Mexicans, and when the border was moved, we never respected it. They did not estimate, quote, 8 million undocumented Mexicans and another 28 million legal living in the empire of the United States of the continent of North America. They did not expect the flow of people back and forth across their precious border. You see, my friends, I need some participation, okay? So I'm going to say, wherever I go, and then we're going to say, there we are. Okay, so wherever I go, there we are. Wherever I go, there we are. One more time. Wherever I go, there we are. We, more than just me. Kicking in the kitchens of New Orleans, there we are, organizing in communities of Pilsen, Little Village, Humboldt Park, Cicero, back of the yards in Chicago, there we are, in smaller cities such as Saginaw, Michigan, running monthly publications, there we are, running a business in Detroit and Grand Rapids, there we are, working in the hotels of New York, running a small shop in Spanish Harlem, there we are, working in the fields of Indiana, Wisconsin, Ohio, there we are, we have always been in what is called the Southwest, going to school, writing books, painting, there we are, working in the construction, teaching in schools of San Antonio and Houston, in the factories of the Kentuckys and the Carolinas, there we are, working in the meat packing plants of Lexington and Grand Island, Nebraska, there we are, marching in Lincoln Heights, crying Viva Zapata, there we are, all over California, there we are, all over the United States, from north to south, coast to coast, there we live, struggle, fight, resist, whether we are considered legal or illegal, there we are, there we have been, and there we will stay, the Mexicans' revenge. Thank you.
That's worth coming all the way to Texas from California for.
So the Mexican Revenge poem was really inspiring to me. Like, I really feel for like the ancestry we have as the Mexican people, like as the Latino people. And so that pretty much just encompassed everything that I'm here at St. Andrews University.
The performance was overall great. It's been one of the best ones I've seen so far, and I think that it's awesome to see people that are my people, because I am second generation Mexican American.